to lead me. The text is Psalms 23. You already know it, but let me share this with you before I give you the text and the context of the text. When I was a little fellow, I lived in the projects, Lincoln Homes, or the old projects in Goldsboro, North Carolina. At that time, my mother was a domestic worker. She would go and clean other people's homes, white people's homes, and I was the youngest of 11. When my mother had to take care of family business downtown, we would walk from the projects all the way to downtown, several miles. My mother would take me by the hand. She would lead me. I felt secure. Wherever we went, she'd have my hand. So it is in Psalms 23. The Lord is our shepherd, and he takes us by the hand. I'm going to read the whole psalm. I know you already know it, but I want to read it again. Because it's such a powerful psalm. Everybody knows it. And then I'm going to share what the Lord has on me.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Now, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guides me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Here is the shepherd saying, I'm going to lead thee. Not 3 things this morning, 4 things, and I could give more. Powerful psalm. The first thing I want you to grab is this. He makes the sheep lay down in green pasture. When David writes the 23rd Psalm, he's literally talking about his job description. He's given us the job description that he has done, but in the light of God, he sees God doing the same thing with us. So it is the shepherd's job to get the sheep to green pasture. But why does he have to make them lay down? Because sheep does not necessarily always recognize they're in the right place. They don't always recognize that, so the shepherd has to ensure, look, not only did I lead you in the right place, I'm going to make you lay down here because this is the right things for you. The second thing is this. He leads me beside still or quiet waters. Well, then why is that important? Because sheep are easily scattered, they're easily afraid, and they're easily disturbed. They don't do well, or nor would they drink water by rushing river. It's too much noise, too much going on. So the still water is where he leads them. There are many times when the Lord leads us right where he needs us to be, in a quiet, still place. Sometimes you have to get in a quiet place that you might be able to do. Here's the third thing. Be restored. To be restored. He says, he restoreth our soul. And this aspect of the text, it is talking about our soulish realm. Our soulish realm. Now, in Hebrews, they do not differentiate like in the New Testament, where they have a dichotomy of there is the mind, the body, and the spirit. In the Hebrew thinking in the Old Testament, it's all one. It's a holistic piece. So the soul and the soulish realm and our spirit man is combined, coming together. And what he is saying is this, that I'm going to restore that part of you that have desire, the personality part of you. I got to restore that because you're in a parched place. Remember again, here is David writing his job description in light of God being the shepherd, and he's the under shepherd. And he's saying in this arid area, very dry, very parched, then one's soul has to be restored. There's nothing like it when you have gone through a whole lot and God restores your soul. How does he do it? Green pastures, quiet waters. Here's the fourth and final thing. He walks us in the shadow of death. Yea, though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. What exactly is David saying here? He is saying that as a shepherd, he takes them and he leads them into the valley, and on the ridges of the mountain are mountain lions. The sun reflects their shadows in the valley. The enemy cannot move without the sun revealing their movement. You got to get that. You got to grab a hold of that. The shadow, somebody throwing shade on you. Okay. God is only showing you their movements. And that's what's happening here. He says, I lead you in the valley of the shadow of death because you will fear no evil. The mountain lion could take the sheep out, but because the shepherd sees the shadow of their presence, he knows how to lead them around that. Then he says this. Here it is. I said 4. I'm going to give you 5. No charge. I feel like preaching this morning. He says, then here, I'm going to put you and prepare a table in front of you in the presence of your enemy. Now, what does that mean? Let me say it very quickly. Have you ever noticed that when you are unnerved, when you're worried, when things are not settled in your spirit and in your soul, it's hard to eat? You lose your appetite. Nothing settles on your stomach. At least for me, my stomach gets a little nervous. Man, I'm not really wanting anything right now. Why? Because I'm a little bit unnerved. Now, when David says he prepares a table before you in the presence of his enemies, he says, I'm going to let you eat right here, and your enemies can watch you eat, which means that you are settled enough, that you have peace enough that you can eat, but not only eat with no problems, they can watch you dine in the blessings of God. He leads us. I need thee to lead me. He takes me by the hand, as my mother would do, would take me from the projects all the way downtown and back, little 4 or 5-year-old guy. And I felt comfort with that. So it is with the Lord. What is it that you're going to take away this morning, take away this weekend, and walk with? Let God lead you because he knows where he's going. He knows the way. God knows the way. So let him lead you. I need thee to lead me. Can I get an amen? Hey, the Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace today. I'll see you Monday with more manna, and Sunday I got a word where I put the icing on the cake of us getting our restoration in God. And that is, the sermon is, walk your talk. Walk your talk. Don't just talk. Talk is cheap. Can you walk it out? Hey, share the manna. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be greedy. Share the manna and greet the other folk who are first, second, and third time joining us in the Manna fam. God bless you. Bye now. Have a great weekend.